What's up YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. It's kind of a bittersweet video today. It's kind of a sad video because this is the last ever ride on my little baby, the Honda Grom. I'm off to pick up my new motorcycle. Well, it is kind of sad because the little baby's got to go now, and it's not nothing wrong. It's not the bike's fault. It's not you, it's me. There's a problem with this bike, and that is it's not as useful as I want it to be. I need a more useful bike for commuting, everyday stuff, and going to work and back. So I've opted to part exchange this one, trade it in for a new bike. So I'm off down the shop now to do that. I'm going to stop up here, take a few more Instagram pictures, get a little bit more love out of this bike, because I do like this bike. It's a brilliant little thing. It's so much fun. It makes me smile every time I ride it. And it sort of like breaks my heart that I'm now about to get rid of it. I don't want to, but needs must. Sometimes you got to buy a bike that you need more than a bike you want, if that makes any sense. It's costing me more money, but it has to be done. I have to get a bike for the daily commute. This to and from work in rush hour it's a good little bike, don't get me wrong. It goes through the gaps brilliantly, but it has zero road presence and zero practicality. Can't put anything on it for work, and the headlights are weak and no one ever sees you, so I'll probably get pulled out on, and that sounds wrong, I'll probably get cars pulling out on me at least 5 or 6 times within the 6-mile commute. So I just want something with a bit more presence, a bit more comfort, and if I get caught at work and someone goes, do you want to go out for a ride, I can just jump on that bike and go for miles. This, I'm limited to kind of around here in local areas, so that's one of the reasons I'm getting rid of it. And two, we always like a new bike. Everyone likes a new bike, and I did make that video, new house, new bike, so I don't want you guys thinking that was clickbait. It's not. I'm getting a new bike and I'm off to the shop now to get it. I'm really excited about it. I'm really sad I'm getting rid of this, but I'm really excited to get the new bike. Some of you may have guessed what it is, some of you may not have guessed what it is. Well, that's obvious, because if only some of you guessed what it is, then the rest of you didn't. It's nothing spectacular, don't get excited. It's not a H2, it's not a rocket ship, it's not a GS, it's not something fancy, it's not a tricked out Harley. It's an everyday bike, and that's what I want it for. An everyday bike for an everyday job. That's their new slogan, everyday bike for an everyday job. And I'm looking forward to it. I really am looking forward to it. And it's probably one of the only bikes I haven't actually test ridden. Oh, I've given you a clue then. Some of you guys that thought I've test ridden it, I haven't done a test ride on it. I won't give you any more clues. I'll wait till we get to the shop. I'm going to stop, as I said, up here somewhere, take a few more extra pictures of the little baby Grom before it goes. Well, here she is in all her glory, de-stickered, naked. She looks good. I do like this red. It's a metallic red. It's got a nice little fleck in it. I forgot about that. Had so many stickers on it, I forgot what the red actually looks like. But someone's going to get a nice little bike with decent indicators, a nice exhaust on it. It's got the protection on it, the crash. I've left the GoPro stuff on it. I forgot about these. Oh well. Hopefully whoever buys it has got a GoPro. It's been a good bike. We've had some fun. It's been emotional, as they say. But let's get it to the shop. So I guess next time you see me, there should be a different outlook, or I should be introducing my new bike in, I was going to say a dramatic way then, but I don't really do anything in a dramatic way when I do videos, in a different way. Well, when you see me again, I'll be introducing the new bike, let's put it that way. So until then, I bid you farewell. Right, so welcome back. We're here in the Surrey Hills. I love riding around here, so I thought I'd bring the new bike up here and reveal it in a decent location. So what bike did I buy? Did any of you guess? I wonder if you did. CB500X Honda. Good on you if you guessed. It's always been high on my list. I've had one before. I had the older version, really got on with it well, did 6,000 miles in 1 year, and I knew it was a peach of a bike. I probably should have never got rid of that bike, but I did. It is the 2017 model, so it's slightly upgraded to the one I had. It's got LED lights front and rear, better exhaust on it, and the styling's just a little bit sharper on it. But as I said, I've had it before. It's a great bike. I did test ride a few other bikes, but I kind of knew in the back of my mind what I was going to get all along. So sorry to string you along. I was hoping that something else would come along and sort of like take my decision away from this bike. And the reason I've got this bike is, well, I'm not going to tell you now, I'm going to tell you when I'm on the move. So I hope it's not too disappointing. I know it's nothing flash, nothing exciting, but I love these bikes, and I've got another one. This is not a review, by the way. I'm not going to review this bike. I will do it at a later date when I've had it for a little while. This is not even a first impression, because my first impression is pretty good, because I kind of know how it's going to ride, because I owned one before. So that's right, I bought the CB500X, test rode the CMX500, the CB500F, the NC750 and a few other bikes, and I came back to square one. A bike that I owned over a year ago, the CB500X. I've already had one of these, and it was a brilliant bike. I loved the bike, it was fantastic. It was falling short on just a few things, and I really wanted the Africa Twin. Well, I actually bought a Tracer at the time. I bought the Tracer because I loved the look of the Tracer, and it was kind of a replacement of this, a little bit better of everything. But as you know, if you watch the videos, that dissolved and was very disappointing over winter. So I bit the bullet, put my hand in my pocket and bought the Africa Twin, and I absolutely adore the Africa Twin. But I missed this little bike, I really missed it. So I've gone back to one. This one is slightly updated, LED lights front and rear, larger tank, little bits of different, sharper styling, but on the whole is pretty much the same bike. And I got on with it really well. The only reason I part exchanged my last one is for sentimental reasons, because of what it reminded me of. I used it to commute to and from my dad's while he was dying, and it kind of reminded me of that low period in my life, so I got rid of it. But it was a great bike, and now I've moved house and I kind of need a different bike for commuting. The MSX wasn't cutting it, didn't have enough road presence, and if I did get caught out of work, or not caught out, if I did get invited out and needed to go on a longer ride, the MSX just didn't cut it. And the Africa Twin's a little bit too large for the commute. It's fine when there's no traffic, but when you're stop-start and just hopping around cars every now and again, it really feels like I'm doing the Africa Twin a disservice by using it for that. So I've dipped my hand in my pocket again, and I bought one of these. Well, it is now no more buying bikes for a few years. I think I've got the perfect combination. I've got the Africa Twin for longer distance and touring, and I've got this for commuting and everyday riding, and I can also tour on this as well if I wish to. I've got the plate on the back, so the luggage straight from the Africa Twin will go onto the back of this. It's the same jivvy setup, so I can use the back box on both bikes. And I've got heated grips, so this will last me through the winter no problem. And it is really nice to be back on 17-inch wheels. It feels so much more manoeuvrable than the Africa Twin with the 21-inch front wheel. It's a lot more playful. I mean, I've got to be careful because I'm on brand new tyres, so I don't want to stack it on the first day because I've just picked it up. But it is a lot more playful than the Africa Twin, and it really is fun. I forgot how much fun I could have on this bike. I mean, it's not pitched as a fun bike in any way, shape or form. But I've said on many occasions, it's the rider that has fun, it's not necessarily the bike. I don't need 4 billion brake horsepower to have fun and a lunatic machine. Am I going to miss the MSX? Damn right I am. That was a brilliant bike. And if you can get hold of one and have one in the garage, I suggest you do it. It makes you smile every single day. But the commute to work is more important than the having fun at the moment. So I'm going to have fun on this. Don't get me wrong, I will have fun. It's a different type of fun. And it's a bike I can still go out and explore the little country lanes around here. It's small enough and light enough for me to still go out exploring. So it's all good, it's all good. And I love this colour. In the shop they were convinced I was going to go with red, and to be honest I was going to go with red until they said, I suppose you want another red bike, and I went, F you then, I'll have a grey one. But now I have got the grey one, I don't regret it one bit. I love the colour. I've never owned a grey bike. Well, it's sword silver I think they call it, but it's grey. And it's kind of nice, it's a really nice metallic colour. It'll look good when the sun's out, if that's ever going to happen, so probably in about 4 months it'll look good. So I'm really happy at the moment, I'm really chuffed. New house, new bike, it's all going well at the moment. I'm in a good place. We all have our problems, but you've got to try and set them to one side and just get on with it. So as I said, at the moment I'm in a good place, and I've got 2 nice bikes now. So on that note, I shall bid you farewell. Don't forget to subscribe, to like, to share, to tell all your friends, to get really into my channel, Chronicles of Mr. Fish. You know what buttons to hit, you know what people to tell. I think that's the end of the begging. Anyway, I love you all. Stay safe. Fish out.
Get all your bags. want your stuff around. I never did you wrong, but you did me wrong. So go ahead, get gone. Get all your bags, get out my house. I don't want your stuff around. I never did you wrong, but you did me wrong. So go ahead and get gone.